Hey guys, this is Christian here. So I'm gonna be banging out a pretty quick video. This video is gonna be motivational, but it's also gonna be like one of those videos that I want to release because it's one of those things that I feel like someone needs to hear this, right? There's someone out there that's getting discouraged. Maybe they're like not getting the progress that they feel like they should be getting. Maybe they're just like not moving as fast as they see other people move. For example, maybe they've been trying to make money online for months, maybe even a year now, and they're not really getting as much results. And it's for two reasons. Probably you're not working hard enough and you haven't done enough volume, you haven't done enough reps. And the second thing is it just hasn't clicked, right? There's like a moment where like the progress and like the things just explode, right? Because entrepreneurship is not linear at all, right? You're not going to like make, this much money, then it's going to increase little by little by little. Usually what happens in the beginning stages is that you're going to have a phase where you make no money, where you make barely any progress, where you're kind of like getting discouraged, right? You feel like I'm making no money, I'm not making any progress, doesn't seem like nothing's working. Then all of a sudden it just clicks, right? And when it just clicks, that's like when all like the success that you want, all the progress you wanted is finally started to come into play, right? It's kind of like when it rains, it pours, right? So that's the way entrepreneurship is. It's exponential and it's almost like temperature changes, right? There's like a certain like temperature that the water starts to boil. When it's like 1 degree below that, it does not boil. When it hits this point, it starts to boil. Same for when it freezes, right? It might be like at the 1 degree, 5 degrees, it's not going to freeze. But when it hits 0 Celsius, that's when it freezes. That's when it becomes hard. That's when it becomes a cube, right? So water and is this way, and entrepreneurship is this way too, right? Like it's just not going to be linear. You're not going to make tiny little increments over time. What's going to happen is you're probably going to be stuck. You're going to be making no money. You're going to be making no progress. You're going to have no clients. You're going to have barely any followers, barely any viewers, barely an audience, right? You're going to have like almost nothing, right? And then all of a sudden, if you're just keeping consistent, you keep pushing through and you just keep making progress, it just looks like everything just changes all of a sudden. It looks like overnight success. It looks like everything just clicked and you just started to win and you can't stop winning. And you might start to wonder like, hey, I'm not doing anything different. Like I'm doing the same things that I was doing before. I'm doing like the same, actions. I'm doing the same routines. I'm doing the same output. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden I'm winning. All of a sudden I'm getting all the things I wanted. And it doesn't make any sense, right? And that's what it's going to feel like. But you have to realize that's just how it is, right? Entrepreneurship, the success that you get, the money that you make, it's a lagging indicator, right? And what I mean by this lagging indicator is that first you get good, first you get value, first you like become the person that deserves like the money, that deserves the success. And then it comes to you, right? So first you have to, build up your value. You have to build out, like the market value that you can give out, right? For example, maybe you have to learn more about marketing. Maybe you have to learn more about sales. Maybe you just have to become a better individual, a better entrepreneur before you can start getting money. Maybe you have to create better content. If you have a personal brand, a YouTube channel, or, some account that you're managing, you just have to improve the content. You have to do better edits. You have to do better topics. You just have to do more volume. You have to do more videos. Whatever it is that you have to do, you just have to keep like improving the craft. And then it's going to start to go viral. The algorithm is going to pick up one video. And when the algorithm picks up one video, the other videos get recommended. They also get suggested. And it just kind of starts to snowball, right? You sign one client, you get one case study, you get one testimony. Then you get 2 clients, 3 clients, 4, 5, 6 clients, right? And it just goes up from there, right? You just need to like get that first domino to fall, and then everything's just exponential, right? And the reason why I want to talk about this thing is because I feel like a lot of people get discouraged, right? Especially like when they do something and they keep trying, and they don't really get any results, they start to get discouraged. And that's like exactly when you should continue, right? Because it's kind of like that one picture. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It's like one guy who has a pickaxe. He's like mining and he's looking for diamonds and he's like digging dirt. And he's so close, right? There's like a tiny little sliver of like dirt before he reaches the diamonds. But if he quits and he turns around, he never sees the diamonds. And if he just continues on, he's going to get the diamonds, right? He's going to get all the things that he wanted. And you always have to remember that. I don't know, like go print out that picture, or you know what I'm talking about? It's the guy with the pickaxe and he's digging for diamonds. Like print out that picture, put it up in front of your laptop or in front of your monitor or in your office or in your room. Put it somewhere, right? Or just like put it on like your phone screen, lock screen, right? Put it on your like vision board, or put it on like your Windows or like your MacBook's, screensaver, right? Do whatever it is that you have to do. Just remember this. Like remember the picture and put this in your mind, right? I could like describe you that photo because I've already like, programmed this photo in my mind because it's that true, it's that iconic, right? Like you just have to keep pushing through. You just have to, making the progress. The diamonds are so close, dude. Like this much space might be between you right now and the success that you want. at any moment, right? And the thing is, you never know, right? It's not like you can see through the dirt. It's not like you can see into the future and know what's going to happen or when success is going to come. You don't know. So what you have to do instead is just have to continue on. You just have to, keep pushing through, making progress, staying consistent, putting in volume, putting in reps, because you'll eventually get the results you want. You'll eventually get the success. You'll make the money, but you don't know when, right? So all you can do is just keep taking the days one by one, right? Focus on, doing the best work today. Focus on doing your best work tomorrow and the day after and the next week and the next month and the next year, right? Just focus on that and eventually you'll get the things that you want, right? And it's not just like doing like consistent, work. It's also, improve the quality, right? Be conscious about it. Like pay attention to like, okay, what am I doing bad? What can I do better? What do I need to adjust? How can I make my work better? How can I do higher quality work? How can I do more output in less time? How can I improve what I'm doing, right? Like always like try to have that mindset. Try to like be consistent, but also have, a learning mindset, a growth mindset, be looking to improve, be looking to get better. And trust me, you're gonna be like that mining pitcher that, when he finally, hits the diamonds and he finally wins, he finally gets the gold, he gets the diamonds, he gets what he wants, right? Meanwhile, there's the other side, the guy who just turned around and walked away when he was this close to getting it, right? So pretty much you have to visualize yourself. You're gonna be that guy who's just gonna keep digging through. You eventually get the diamonds, right? You're not gonna quit, you're not gonna stop because it's just a matter of time, right? If you never quit, it's just a matter of time, right? You're gonna eventually hit all the goals you want. You're gonna do all the things that you want to do. And if you don't quit, you're gonna get it. So always remember that picture. Always remember this concept that I'm talking about in this video. And pretty much I wanted to talk about this because I feel like there's probably someone out there that needs to hear this. Like, because this is one of those things that I repeated to myself all the time, right? When I first started in entrepreneurship as a 20-year-old, like 4 years ago now, I had to remind myself this all the time. Like this was like a repeating line in my mind. Like, hey, if you don't quit, if you keep doing the right things, if you keep showing up, if you keep getting better, eventually it's gonna click. Eventually you're gonna make money, right? So it was so deep in my mind that I would repeat this phrase. I would just repeat it again. Like, hey, it's on November now. We're gonna keep going because December is gonna be better. January is gonna be better. One of these months I may hit through and make 10K per month. One of these months I'm gonna break through and get all the things that I want. And I'm not gonna stop. And because I'm not gonna stop, and because I'm not gonna give up, I'm gonna get it right. So you really have to drill this into your mind, just the same way that I drilled it into my mind as a 20-year-old when I was first getting started. I hadn't made any money. Like I had zero money made. I hadn't even made 1K or like 3K. I was still working 9 to 5. I hadn't even quit my job, but I just knew that eventually I was going to crack. Eventually I was going to break through. Eventually I was going to get the things I wanted. And I was so sure about it. Like I was just so convinced. And I just had so much conviction that if I never quit, I was going to get the things I wanted. And I want you to also have that conviction because if you have this and you really internalize it, then you'll have like the tools necessary to succeed, right? Because in entrepreneurship, you have to be able to like continue when it looks bad, when it looks discouraging, when it looks like you should quit, when it looks like you should give up, when you should stop and do something else. Maybe you should go back to school. Maybe you should go to get a job, and you push through. That's when you get the breakthrough moments. That's when you get the success. So just realize this is the way it is, right? You have to understand this is also a privilege, man. Like the fact that you're struggling is good. The fact that it's not coming easy is also good because if it was easy, you wouldn't become that good, right? If it was easy, you wouldn't have to level up that much in order to get the things you wanted, right? So if your path is hard, if it's taking a long time, that means that it's just a better journey, right? You just have to keep leveling up, keep getting better. And the struggle's a privilege, man. Like honestly, like if you're struggling right now, you might think about it, oh, okay, this is such a bad situation. You don't understand my situation. I'm struggling. I'm not making money. I'm working hard and I'm not getting any results. I'm doing this or that. And my head hurts from looking at the screen monitor all day long and I'm not getting any results. My back hurts from sitting on the chair. My bank account suffering, whatever it is, right? You might think to yourself, I'm in such bad situation. You don't understand because you were in the trenches 4 years ago. I'm in the trenches right now. You might say that to yourself. You might say that right now, like, hey, I'm struggling. Things are bad, but trust me, like these bad things are good. And I had bad moments back when I started when I was 20 years old. I had moments where, I had zero in my bank account, where I had to walk to work because I don't have a car. I had to take the bus because my work was really far. I either had to, walk an hour to my job or take the bus. And, obviously I had to take the bus because it's going to walk an hour, but just trust me. Like I've had the struggles. I've been in the trenches. I've had these bad moments. I crashed my car, and then one time I crashed my car and I didn't have money to buy another one, and I just had to start walking to work again, right? So I've been in the trenches. I've struggled before. I've had zero in my bank account, and I just kind of embraced the struggle. Like I just said, hey, part of the story, part of the journey. I'm a movie character, right? This is like the phase where the good guy hasn't won, where he hasn't, gotten the success he wants. He's like, I'm in the pre-famous stage, right? I'm in the pre-success stage, right? That's kind of how I always viewed it, and that's like the way you should view it too, right? You're in that. You might be 18 years old, you might be 19 years old, you might be 20 years old. You're in that pre-rich phase, that pre-success phase, that pre-famous phase, right? You're in that phase where the main character is still bro. He hasn't, gone his, climb up, right? He's in the trenches, he's grinding, he's going through the hard moments, he's training, he's getting better, he's focused on leveling up, right? It's kind of like you have to see it that way. Like you're a movie character, or you're just a character in a book, or you're just living your own journey, you're living a story, and you're in the trenches, and it's just part of it, right? So pretty much this is what I want to tell you guys in this video is don't get discouraged. See the struggle as good. The struggle is what makes you better. That's what forces you to level up, right? If it was so easy, you wouldn't have the necessity to be better and to level up, right? So all these struggles, all these bad things, those are the things that are going to make you better. That's what's going to make you more stronger. That's what's going to make you more resilient. That's what's going to make you a higher level individual, a higher level entrepreneur, and someone that can, do a lot more things. So again, always embrace the struggle. Don't quit. Realize that everything's a matter of time, and just stay locked in, because entrepreneurship is exponential. So you never know when you're going to hit that success, when you're going to finally do that message that signs you a client, that video that goes viral and the algorithm picks up, whatever it is that you do with your business model. Always remember that you just have to keep going. Eventually you're going to get things you want. You can't stop, because if you stop, if you stop, that's like the only way you're guaranteeing that you're not going to succeed, right? So if you don't stop and you just continue, then it's just a matter of time, right? So anyways, guys, hope this video was valuable to you guys. If you liked the video, make sure you like the video, because it's going to let the algorithm know that this is a high quality video. That's going to recommend it to more people. And I feel like these messages are super positive. So if you like the video, it's going to recommend it to more people. More people can benefit from these things. And who knows, maybe there's somebody out there that, because you like the video, they saw this on their For You page or on their, home tab, and they watched this video and they did not quit. They got like a life-changing moment off watching this video. So make sure you like it, right? Just to let me know that the video was good, but also to recommend it to more people on the algorithm, right? So again, like the video, subscribe to the channel as well. I'm posting videos every single Monday and Friday, and if you're subscribed and you turn on the notifications, you'll be notified every single time that I upload a new video. So make sure you guys are, subscribed, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video.